Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today's video is obviously controlling emotions. And this is a very important topic to talk about. Because in life, we are faced with emotions every single day, right? And those emotions vary every single day, obviously. Sometimes you'll wake up and you'll feel ambitious, ready to go, and just want to do a ton of things today. And then there will be days, and everyone's had days where they get up, they're like, I don't want to do anything today. I just want to stay in bed. I just want to do this, that. I don't want to do anything. And emotions can be very, very, extremely dangerous to your life and all certain aspects that you may think, right? One thing that a lot of people suffer from just not being able to control them, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But until then, a lot of people suffer from not being able to control their emotions, right? I've been in that same exact boat, and I'm still in that boat. I would feel like I'm way better at controlling my emotions now than I was easily, like, even a few months ago. Like 6 months ago, me 6 months ago versus me now, I can control them way better now. But it's a war that you have to face every single day. Even the people you think that are emotionless and can control their emotions like that, they still deal with their emotions lingering, creeping into their head. But when they got to a point where they've been able to control them so much that no matter what happens, it doesn't affect them. They just sit back, relax, let the emotions come to them, let them wear off, and just use their logic, use their brain when all it comes, right? I feel like a lot of the reason why people act on their emotions is because it's a first reaction. It's an impulsive action, right? It's like a get back. Like, for example, someone slaps me, right? My emotion would be like, I'd be angry, so I'd be like, and I'd be revengeful, so I'll just slap them back. That's being guided by my heart. That's not me thinking at all. That's me being guided by my heart and reacting based on what just happened. And doing that, and that might seem like a small thing, right? Like, oh, you hit me, I hit you back, but it can really play a big toll in your life. Like, saying a lot of emotions can go into people's words, right? For example, I mean, this is kind of slap in the face. You insult me, I insult you back, and that can be very, very dangerous. Because the reason why that can be dangerous is, say you say something like that, then I go on a more personal level and I say something, or maybe I say something without not knowing context at all about you, or like saying something that I may not know, or context, or saying like a broad thing that I may not know you've had trauma from, right? That could really, that's acting out on emotions. It could really mess with someone. It could really ruin relationships. If you act out on emotion, let me tell you this, it will lead you to a really, really dark place. Now, obviously, not all emotions are bad. It might seem like I'm trying to make them all bad. No, I'm saying always acting out on them is really bad. If you experience emotions, that's good. That means you're not emotionless. But you shouldn't just act out on emotions. And also, you controlling your emotions, once you figure that out, once you get in your head and you start thinking and controlling your emotions, you can kind of choose your emotions with your head. Your head can control what emotion you want to be in. Like, for example, there's a lot of examples. A lot of people will choose to be sad, maybe because it's a spot of comfortability, and even though sometimes they honestly should be happy. Like for example, they achieved something really great for them, and a very big achievement that should be very, that they should be praised for. But sometimes, or they should be proud of themselves. But some people like to choose their emotions and be sad, and as part of like comfortability, right? Now I'm not saying that's not everybody. Like just because someone's sad because they did something cool does not mean they just choose to be sad. Like they could be going through something, but you can choose your emotions and how you act on an everyday life. For example, say I lose money, right? I have a choice between emotions, right? The first emotion, which would be my intuition, would be, oh, I'm sad, I lost my money, I'm gonna go sulking, I'm just very, I'm disappointed and stuff like that. I could be like that. I could just, whoa, it was me, I lost my money, all of that, right? That's like acting out on your impulsive emotion. But you could actually instead act out, or you could think and be like, this is a learning lesson for me. I can grow from this, right? I can grow from this lesson, and I can never let it happen again and get better. And also, I can make the money back. And if you think like that, that's choosing your emotion to be having a growth mindset, and you're thinking, oh, I can do this. I could grow in this and get better. That's an example of choosing your emotions, and that's really all just a mindset, really. It's a growth mindset and being logical. When you're logical and you just brush off emotions, it'll really help you in your life in all aspects. I mean, relationships with people, because strength in terms of just like your mental, physical, and spiritual strength, it'll just increase. But it's so easy to be logical in a world that's guided by emotions, right? A lot of people nowadays, and I already said this earlier, a lot of people can't control their emotions. If you're logical in situations where people can't control their emotions, it will really become an easy world for you to live in. And I'm not saying you can't control people, but there's a certain aspect to where you can be like, I'm just gonna wait this out. I'm gonna let you say what you want to say. I'm gonna let you go at me, throw fire at me, throw hell at me, and I'm gonna see what you say, and I'm gonna be logical and say something smart back, and not let my emotions of anger let it affect. And doing that, being logical, will put you on a different level. You'll slowly start, and having a growth mindset, having growth, and I'll talk about this in another video, having a growth mindset. I'm just mentioning it briefly, but having that positive mindset while also being logical, it will just project you. Remember the video about goals? That will project you in a different way, and it will really help you. So, yeah. Now, a lot of people try to be emotionless. If emotionless is like, and I tried to do that for a little bit, and honestly, being emotionless is pretty peaceful, I'm not gonna lie, but it can lead you, but there's a more efficient way to do it, and it's being able to put your emotions in a bottle and unleash them whenever you need to. Like for example, sometimes you do need to let out anger, but in a good way, in a controlled good way. Sometimes you need to let out happiness in a controlled good way. Sometimes you need to let out sadness in a good controlled way. If you can figure out how to bottle up emotions, and let them out in a controlled way where you can control them. And if you feel you're leaning over too angry, you're too happy, you're too whatever emotion you are, you're drifting away. If you can be able to pull it back in, then it's just an advantage, because emotions make you feel different. For example, someone who's ambitious, wakes up ambitious, will get more work done during the day than someone who wakes up tired and dreadful, don't want to wake up. That's just how it works in general. Now, and honestly, the biggest thing about controlling emotions is just discipline, and I am going to make a video on discipline. It's just I'm not going to do it yet. It's going to be soon. But a lot of controlling emotions is just based on being disciplined and logical thinking. It's all just based on logical thinking. If you can bottle up the emotions you have, brush them off, and just think logically, you'll be able to win so much situations and be the bigger person in so much situations where people can't control their emotions. So basically, just to sum up this video in one sentence: control your emotions and use logic to your advantage. Or I have a better way to say it better. Control your emotions, don't let them spiral out, but instead use the logic you have. Use the logic to become better and to just be a better person in general, in all aspects. So this is basically the video. Thank y'all for watching and listening. Have a great and blessed day. Just remember, God always loves you. Peace.